Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny Food and My Kitchen. All you have to do is go outside in northern Michigan and you will see, feel, and smell that fall is in the air. So I'm kind of putting away some of my good summer recipes and I am embracing what's around the corner by pulling out all of my good comfort food recipes. I'm talking soups, stews, casseroles, and all the fall baking things. Yes, yes, yes. So today we're kicking off this fall season with a big pot of good Average Joe chili. This is one of my favorite dishes. I make this all winter long. My family loves it, and Average Joe refers to the heat level and the fact that everyone can enjoy it. So let's make this. So let's talk about Average Joe's ingredients. I've got 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 large onion we're gonna dice, 1 green pepper we're also gonna dice, and a cup of celery that's diced, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and we're gonna go ahead and leave the liquid in those, 2 cans of beans, 1 chili beans, 1 light kidney, a can of tomato sauce, 2 cups of beef broth, 4 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, a teaspoon of oregano, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and then optional, I don't know if I'm going to add it in yet, but I might add a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and a tablespoon of brown sugar. And of course, salt and pepper to taste at the end. So let's get going on this chili. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that 2 pounds of hamburger right into my pot. And then to that, I am just going to dice up a large onion. Now I had actually 2 halves of onion in my fridge. So I am just going to dice that up really quick. And for years and years, I have always cooked my onion and green pepper and celery down with the meat. I never find that that's a problem. We've diced all the onions for different dishes and hot dogs and hamburgers. And so it seems like we always dice up half and then leave the other half. We've talked before about how I put onion in so many things that I make. It was quite funny the other day. Little girl saw the corn chowder video and watched me chop all the onions. And it was funny. She commented, she said, "What? You put onions in that?" I said, "Honey, you eat onions in just about everything you eat." So it was kind of a funny conversation. I said, "You love onions. That's a good soup, that corn chowder." She actually asked to eat that for breakfast the morning after I made it. So there is our onions. All right, next we're going to do our celery. Now, I always save the little, the middle part that is such good flavor. So I will take those pieces and just kind of chop them up fine and use those celery leaves almost like herbs. They give soups and stews really good flavor if you have celery already in it. It's just another little added piece of flavor. All right. And then we're just going to add about enough celery. I like to think of about a cup. I've just grabbed some pieces. I just think that celery, onion, and pepper adds really good flavor to this chili. And you can cut this as fine or as not so fine as you like. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little dice at the end. Getting away from me. I don't like huge chunks of celery in the chili, but I do like the flavor. So I'm just kind of giving it a little more of a rough chop after I've kind of diced it. But that looks good. Before our green pepper, I am just going to do like I always do and just cut it into strips. And then we will chop those strips into little dices. pepper. Now, if you can guess where I got the name Average Joe, leave it in the comments and I will give you a thumbs up if you're right. I have made this for several years, so you can go ahead and think back. And if you know, you know. But I just thought Average Joe was a funny name for an average chili. I mean, as far as like the heat of it. So, and that's just what I've always called it. Average Joe chili. We're done chopping. I've got the rest of my ingredients on the back counter. So we are going to take this to the stove and I'm going to show you how I put this all together and cook it. So meet you there. All right, we're just going to start by kind of crumbling up that meat and just let that cook down with our onions and peppers and celery. And by the time this meat is cooked down and browned, those onions and green peppers and celery should be softened. But we will just let that cook after I break all this up a little bit. And I am going to start linking some of the things that I love to use around the kitchen. Now, as you can see, I'm making this in my 7.5 quart Lodge Dutch oven. I will go ahead and link this in the description box because I absolutely love the Lodge Dutch ovens. They're not quite as expensive as some of the other high-end brands, but they seem to hold up very well. I absolutely love this, so I will link that for you. All right, we'll let that cook down for a little bit. All right, our hamburger is completely browned. I'm going to go ahead and add all the rest of our ingredients. There's 1 can of diced tomatoes, 2 cans of diced tomatoes, 1 can of tomato sauce, I've got 1 can of chili beans here, and I just dumped that whole can in there. And then once I rinsed and drained our kidney beans, I saw that they were not actually light red, but dark red, and that's okay. Now, you certainly could add less meat and more beans. My husband just doesn't like chili that is more beans than meat. He likes more meat than beans, which is why I use 2 pounds of hamburger instead of 1 and only 2 cans of beans because that's the way he likes it. And then we're going to go ahead and add our 2 cups of beef broth right in there. That is looking delicious. And then we will just go in with our spices. Now I'm adding 4 tablespoons of chili powder, which is equal to 1/4 cup. A little kitchen math. So I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of chili powder. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of cumin, which is about half of that much. So I'm just going to put halfway of that. And then 2 teaspoons of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of oregano. And we'll just give that a total mix. I'm just going to start with a teaspoon of salt. If I need more salt at the end, I will most definitely add that. And we'll just go around with a little bit of pepper. Now, I am going to add that 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon today. So I'm going to measure that out because I don't want to add more than that. In fact, all right, there's a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. That's totally optional. It just kind of gives it like this really good background flavor. And then lastly, I'm going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar. Now, again, that's optional. I just find that a little bit of sugar tends to bring all of that tomato flavor and all of the other flavors together. So now I am just going to let this come up to a low boil. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this simmer for about 45 minutes on low. And I will give it a stir every 10 to 15 minutes. All right, friends, our chili is done. Now, I did have to add just a little bit more. I added 2 more tablespoons of that chili powder. And I will put that in the description box because not all chili powder is the same. Some chili powder is stronger, like more pure chilies than others. So I would start with the 4 that's in the recipe recommended. But then at the end, if you need more chili, then go ahead and add more chili powder. I had 2 today because apparently the powder that I had was not as strong as what I'm used to. So let's go ahead and serve this up. I've got a hungry crowd for dinner. Ooh, that looks so good. All right, there is our chili. Now, while this was cooking, and I let that simmer I think I let that simmer about 45 minutes. You just make sure and you stir it every 10 to 15 minutes. You don't want it to burn on the bottom. And that's cover on, cover off. I ended up leaving the cover off just so that it would cook down just a little bit and let some of that liquid off. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of cheddar cheese. I like some cheese on my chili. And then I will add just a little bit of sour cream. This is how I like it. Of course, you could add, whatever kind of cheese you like. You could start by crumbling cornbread in the bottom of the bowl, which I have a lot of friends that do that. You could also serve this over macaroni or spaghetti. And then lastly, I just have some green onions that I also chopped. And that, my friends, is my bowl of average Joe chili. Let's taste it. All right, dig it in there. This looks so good. I'm gonna get a little bit of that sour cream. That is so good. I love this chili because it's just chili. It's not 5-alarm chili. It's not fancy chili. It's just what you're looking for when you want a regular bowl of chili. You want some average Joe. Thanks for watching, friends. I love to read all of your comments and suggestions and tips. Keep them coming. Let me know what your favorite kind of chili is, and let me know if you plan on trying this. But we'll see you soon, friends. Thank you so much. Bye for now. I'm gonna eat this bowl of chili. So good. I hate Mad Falls here.